This tech tip is all about harmonics. Natural harmonics, right-hand harmonics, artificial harmonics, and cascading harmonics, like the passage I just played. Let's get started. Your natural harmonics, which are the most commonly used, are produced by lightly touching the string at its nodal point. Now, the nodal points are most commonly found in your common guitar harmonics. 12th fret, 7th fret, which are the same at the 19th fret, 5th fret, 4th fret, which are the same at the 9th, and the 3rd fret. So those are your most commonly used harmonics, and actually even of all those, the 3rd fret is not used very often. 4th fret and 9th fret once in a while. The most common ones are certainly the 12th fret harmonics, 7th fret harmonics, and the 5th fret harmonics. So those are your most commonly found natural harmonics. I'm going to show you the basic natural harmonics up here at the 19th fret. I can get a tight camera angle here so it's better for you to see. The 19th fret harmonic is the same as the 7th fret harmonic. When you play the harmonics, normally when you press the string down, you press it down, of course, behind the fret like this. You get your pitch. Well, natural harmonics, you touch the string right above the fret here, not behind, right above the fret. Light pressure, it should sound like this, right? Now, if you press too hard, you're going to mute the harmonic. It's not going to come out as clearly. If you use too light pressure, then you hear some of the main note, the open E, open 6th string, which you don't want. So light but firm pressure directly above the fret, like this. You can see by the tip of my finger, I'm just pressing. There's no pressure. And then for the harmonic, I'm pressing it that much. Moves about, what is that, a millimeter or two? Not very much. Now normally my plucking, I would pluck closer to the bridge, but just again to show you the, for the camera angle, to show you both hands, I'm plucking very close to the harmonic. Actually it comes out fairly well. Usually, and we'll talk more about this later, but we usually use our thumb for the bass strings, the wound strings, and use the fingers to pluck the treble strings. Okay? But again, we'll talk more about that. But those are the basics. Touch lightly, and after you pluck the string, you lift the finger off the string. If you leave it down, you're going to mute the nice harmonic you just produced. It's not going to ring freely. So you lift like that. Pluck and then lift. The harmonics can be played with any of the left-hand fingers. First finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger. I would use, whichever finger gives you the best sound. I find that most people have a certain finger that seems to be have the most sensitive touch, and since these harmonics require sensitive touch, use that finger. For me, I tend to prefer my third finger. It's just less calloused than the others, so I can feel the surface of the string a little bit better than I can with, say, the first finger. Also, that brings to a question too, well, what part of the finger do you use? You can use the very tip of the finger. For me, I've got a big, very hard callus on the tip of my finger. It actually gives a good sound, but I can't really feel the string too well with that part of the finger, so I tend to use more of the side of the finger like this, the fleshy part of the finger on the side, rather than the very tip. But the tip does produce a very good sound, so I would experiment with that yourself and see what sounds best for you. So any one of the fingers, tend to favor the one that's most sensitive, has the most sensitive touch, and then experiment with whether to use the tip of the finger, which is going to be more calloused, or whether to use the side of the finger, which is going to be a softer surface. When you play natural harmonics, you want to keep the thumb on the neck at all times. Don't lift it off like this, and certainly don't do this. Keep it on the neck. You have to remember, natural harmonics require a very sensitive, accurate, precise touch. If you're nervous, if you're a little shaky, the thumb helps stabilize your hand. If you take the thumb off of there, you're much shakier. So keep the thumb on there to stabilize the hand at all times.